Are you going to do this? Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So you do
The live
it.
stream?
I turn it on, but the screen is black right now.
Okay.
Well, you do it. I'm not going to touch it. How about that? Okay. You do your thing. She said, I try and keep my book away from it. Okay.
We're audible, let's start.
I gotta tell you.
There we go. All right, we're good.
Good. My wife and her food was a piece. And my mother really Washington. I mean, I'm an animal. We've been here 47 years. I don't go to DC very often. Yeah, that's why I don't mind. I have no problem with the Orioles. You're Yankees. That's fine. Yeah, but it's going to be one of the sorry, actually, dearly loved.
Yeah, he's picking things up with that. He's trying to catch around.
Talk to Cookie.
She loves her accent.
She had one and the first championship of her birthday. Signed jersey. She's got them all in her office. And that's this talk is from the magic. They had more since 1940.
When they were the center.
Yeah,
Senators were
they moved
terrible.
and they moved, and I was a kid that remember the movie and the thing.
I never saw it.
Well, they did it about the youth. Washington Senators kind of big meetings. They used to give them say first in peace, first in war, last in American League.
I remember that.
That's true. I with my daughter. I told her Minnesota. Minnesota and their Texas Rangers like will. So yeah, but you know, what are your message?
Well, they spent enough money and not getting the results. We'll see.
I was with Phillies too. They spent a lot of money too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Money can't always buy you. If you don't have money, it's hard to pay.
That's absolutely the question. Is time spending because
Yeah. Although the Marlins won a couple World Series, and they got to sell off all the road stars. It's tough.
well, you know,
If you're not willing to spend the money,
well, they don't. Miami on TV and they're winning and there's nobody in the ballpark.
I'm surprised they don't use strong. Yeah, I would think they could baseball for all that.
We went to one game this year. That was fine. We go to a couple games a year. Pardon?
Cubans, like lots of Cubans. I don't think they'll be in baseball.
We can go to one team that's playing.
That's true.
You know, this would I take
It's got a lot of character to it.
Oh, it's great. I think, yeah. And like they both, Boston State, they did that, and M&T Stadium, football in M&T Stadium. What a wonderful venue for football. Really terrific. I used to be a wrestling fan when they were for a team. I have to go there.
Yeah.
So, are you a Giant fan?
It's funny, the one New York team I
Okay.
wanted to sport out, or the new team is all teams I'm playing, you know, it's
It's okay.
it just, I think it's just a function of when I came to the country and the quality of the when Dan Marino was
If you,
the Dolphins,
if
it
you
was a
like
good
it,
time.
if you like it, I don't.
You know, I came to the country, when I came there, I picked my teams, and I became a fan of the Mets, the Knicks, the Rangers, and the Dolphins. And that was in 1984. And it's now 2023, and I've seen a total of 2 championships in almost 40 years. The Mets won in 86, and the Rangers won in 94. The Knicks haven't won anything, the Dolphins haven't won anything, and the Mets and Rangers haven't won anything.
I mean, Brianna Roof is winning really well, so I can't find some other people. Yeah, the Caps won one machine.
You had like 2 really good years there in DC where like the Nationals won and then the Caps won the next year or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
great.
crazy.
I grew up with diehard wrestling fans. During the 80s and 90s. Oh, God. Yeah, I was. For 2 or 3 years, I was at the game, championship game, never seen them rocking, standing ready, kept us in this thing, it was crazy. Let me see if we move right. We're gonna get started.
Probably need to get this started.
Okay, good. Okay.
7:05. Yeah.
What? Okay, Cookie. We get ladies and gentlemen. Can we start? Would you like to? Okay. I'm asking you, Alan. Okay. Hi, Paul.
Looks like we have just enough for a minute too.
Minion of sorts, okay. Okay, we'll begin with, I'm Bob Pollock, this is Jerry Grossman. We take care of the service tonight. Welcome to all of you. We'll begin with page 644 with Hine Mato.
Yeah, and you know, we don't have a big crowd. Let's keep it informal and let's get everyone interactive, okay? If you know the words, please join me, sing along, and at some points I may start clapping. If you'll clap with me, it'll be a lot more fun for everybody. I'll do a little bit of English, a little bit of Hebrew on the Hine Matov and on some different songs, and we can just have some fun with it. But yeah, is everyone at 644? Okay. All right, we'll kick it off then. Hine matovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. How good and joyous it is for sisters to dwell together. How good and joyous it is for brothers to dwell together. Good and joyous for sisters to dwell together. Good and joyous for brothers to dwell together. Clap with me. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Shevet achim gam yachad. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Shevet Achim gam yachad, hine ma tovu manayim. Shevet Achim gam yachad, hine ma tovu manayim. Shevet Achim gam yachad, hine ma tov, ya la 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 la, hine ma tov, ya la 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 la, hine ma tovu manayim. Shevet Achim gam yachad, hine ma tovu manayim. Shevet Achim gam yachad.
Now turn to page 120 for lighting the Shabbat candles. I'm going to ask my wife Cookie to come and, you know it by heart, so you don't have to bring your book. Just do the blessing. Got it?
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu b'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'chadlik ner shel Shabbat.
And go down page 123, and we'll do for Kiddush. Okay? You got it? You have it?
Is there something there?
Yeah, then you can show me that.
You do it.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kadsho b'yahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'mahaseh v'reishi, ki hu yom tehila l'mikroei kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, ki banu v'acharta, yotanu kidashta, mikol ha'amin, Shabbat kadshecha, yahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mikadesh HaShabbat. Amen. Okay. Page 140, please, and you join us in Tov L'Hodot.
Yep. We'll do Tov L'Hodot
Tov
in Hebrew, a mix of Hebrew and English.
Okay?
Tov L'Hodot L'Adonai, Ulzamer L'Shincha Elyon. Tov L'Hodot L'Adonai, Ulzamer L'Shincha Elyon. On this the day of days, my lips shall sing your praise, for I know that you'll always be here surrounding me. Tov L'Hodot L'Adonai, Ulzamer L'Shincha Elyon. Tov L'Hodot L'Adonai, Ulzamer L'Shincha Elyon. My spirit takes release. I close my eyes in peace, and from my soul heard far above springs a song of love. Tov leodot ladonai, ulzamer lishimcha elyon. Tov leodot ladonai, ulzamer lishimcha elyon.
And I now ask that you turn to page 146 and please rise for the Baruch. Baruch Adonai HaBarach,
Baruch Adonai HaBarach, Le'olam Moed. You also do the Baruch Am I awake? You can do that one too.
No, you want to do it, you can do it. I don't do it. Okay, please remain standing for. Bear with me, okay?
Yep. You're going to do the
Remember, I'm sorry. I had this all set and okay. Okay. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars and the heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Everlasting God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamariv Aravim. And join us down in the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. You can be seated, please. Page 154. If you join us, but in the Yahavta, I'll recite it, okay? Yahavta et Adonai Elohecha, v'chol vavcha, v'chol nafshecha, v'chol meodecha, v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh, asher anochi mitzavcha, hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shiftecha b'veitecha, v'vlechtecha v'aderech, v'shaktecha v'kumecha. Shartom liot al yadecha, v'hayu l'totofot bein einecha, v'kavtam al mezuzot beitecha, v'visharecha, v'ma'an tiskaru, v'asitim et kol mitzvotai, v'hitem kedoshim le'lohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hoseti echem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lechem le'lohim, ani Adonai Elohechem. Page 158, please. Join us from Micha.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha neder b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh, nora tehilot osef eleh. Malechutecha ra'u vanecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe Miriam, ze Elianu ve'amru, ze Elianu ve'amru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
I'm sorry, my mistake. 162, please, for Shamro. I'm getting ahead of myself.
All right. Let's get a little beat going for this one. Ready for Vishamru?
Let's do it.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoratam berit olam Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoratam berit olam B'nei uvein b'nei Yisrael oti leolam v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat l'Torah b'rit olam Sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat lasot et hashabat ledoratam berit olam uvayom hashvi shavat vayinafash Shavat vayinafash, Shavat vayinafash, v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. I'm nice of time? Okay.
164, please. You go for it.
La 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 da da, la da 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 da. Adonai sifatai tifkach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Yalla da da da, la da 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 da.
Please rise for your vote and begin the Amidah. Okay. We're going to start on 166 and go from there automatically 168 and finish up on 170. I think most of you have been here before, you know how this goes. So, and we'll do it together, please. Please join. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu Motenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Ha'ara, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Tikonei Ha'ol, Zoteher Kasei Avot, Umimavot, Umevi Gula L'vnei Vneihem, L'man Shmo B'Yahava, Melech Ozer, Mashiach Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham, Bezrat Sarah, atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol Rabba Moshiach, Morid Hatam, Michael Chaim V'Chesed, Michayei HaKol V'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umachayei Nato, Lishenei Afar, Micha Mocha Magilurot, Umidomewa, Melech Meimid, Umachayei, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'marata L'chayot HaKol, Baruch atah Adonai, L'chayei HaKol, Atah Kadosh, Shimcha Kadosh, V'Yoshim B'chol Yom Yahalukah Selah, Baruch atah Adonai, El HaKadosh. Sorry about the speed. And you please be seated. Okay. If you please turn to page 178. And join Jerry and Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam.
At this point in the service, we would like to remember those who are not well with Misha Barach, and I'll read some of the names, and if anybody else has any they want to add, please do so. We want to remember Misha Barach for Eric Harris, Sandy Barisi's brother, Micah Ram, sister of Ofer Ganal, Melech Eliezer Ben Yosef, related to Stephen Goldstein, Elizabeth Smith, wife of Riley Smith, Leslie Harris, wife of Ken Walsh, Judith Kiss, wife of Stephen Kiss, husband of Judith Kiss, Trudy Hoffman, mother of Lori Berman, and Rabbi Andrew Heckman, who's a friend of Temple Beth Shalom. Anybody else have any names they want to add to the Mir Shabbat? If not, thank you.
Zachary Meyer.
Did I miss that one?
Zachary Meyer, yeah.
Yes, I missed Zachary Meyer, nephew of Stephen and Sharon Schwartz. My mistake, I missed him. Okay. Right. So, turn to page 511. During Shabbat. And then followed by a silent prayer, and followed by a moment of silence. Okay?
Misheberach avotenu mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mikor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
page number? Page 180, please.
Page 180 for you, Lorenzo. You Lorenzo Nimre fi Vehegyon libi lefanecha Adonai Tzuri Adonai Tzuri V'goali Yehu Leratzon Imrefi V'hegyon libi lefanecha Adonai Tzuri Adonai Tzuri V'goali V'goali.
At this point, I'm supposed to give a sermon or some kind of talk, and I put a couple notes down and talk a little about this week's Torah portion. And the Parshat of Torah is called Pinchas, which follows 2 weeks after Korach. If many of you may or may not remember, it's the story of the rebellion against Moses, and Korach's followers were eaten up in a conflagration. In any event, this happens after the fact when at the end of Pinchas, which talks about a little bit about that, it talks about the fact that a gentleman by the name of Zelophehad had 5 daughters, and he dies. The daughters, I'm not going to name them, they come to Moses and they say that their father wasn't involved with Korach in any way or shape or form, but unfortunately his parents, he had no sons, and as such there were no males in line to inherit the holdings. This was typical of this period when and prevalent in the ancient world, where if there was no male to take what a parent had to follow in line, it went to the next male relative down the road, maybe an uncle or a nephew or something. In fact, it was found in many civilizations, and Moses believed that was the law, the Jewish law at that time. The daughters objected to it, and they told Moses it was unfair because they couldn't, and why should somebody else inherit their land, which came from their father, and somebody that really had no interest in it? It should pass down through the extended family. As a result, the daughters went to the entrance of the temple of meeting, which is where the Holy Ark was, and said, "Our father died in the wilderness. He was not of the faction of Korach's faction, which banded together against God, but died for his own sins, and he left no sons. Why should our father's name be lost to his clan because he had no son? Give us the holding among our father's kinsmen." And this is pretty dramatic stuff for a woman back in ancient times, but nonetheless, they had a justification for what they said, even though the law said they weren't supposed to get it. And Moses wasn't sure what to do. So he took the matter directly to God. And God said to him, Moses, "The plea of Zelophehad's daughters is just. You shall give them a hereditary holding among their father's kinsmen. Transfer their father's share to them. Further, speak to the Israelite people as follows. If a man dies without leaving a son, you shall transfer his property to his daughter. This shall be the law of procedure for the Israelites in accordance with the Lord's commands to Moses." Okay. What is interesting, first of all, and I find interesting, first of all, the daughters had the chutzpah to come to Moses and plead their case. And the full understanding was they weren't supposed to get it, but they believed they were entitled to it, justifiably so. Secondly, Moses immediately took the matter up to God, a higher authority, because his understanding of the law was different, and there was no real precedent for it. Thirdly, and most importantly, God's response was quick and unequivocal. God clearly indicated that women's request was just. The Torah now provides that if a man dies without male issue, his property goes to his daughters. Although this wasn't unique in the ancient world among all peoples, the Assyrians had it written in the Code of Hammurabi at that time, and women could possess their own property. This was the first small step in the Torah that allowed women to inherit property. Now, in our modern day, and especially in the United States and other Western countries, we know men and women hold property equally. And having dealt with property law over my career, I can tell you everything's the same. Men and women, there's no difference in terms of ownership, as opposed to maybe a little different 100 or 200 years ago. And this has evolved over the centuries, in the 19th and 20th century. However, the lesson of this parashat is not really to tell us or be used as an excuse by those who are by the ultra-Orthodox to claim that this status of women is fine, and this is a pronouncement, this is what God's law is, and we leave it at that, and that's all they get. We can leave that debate about what the ultra-Orthodox believe or don't believe for another day. Rather, I suggest the lesson to be gleaned is that God intended for the Israelites to treat each other fairly, regardless of gender, race, etc. Furthermore, it was anticipated the relationship between men and women would evolve over time. And since we are clearly in a different time, thank goodness for that, we should share equally in the benefits and burdens of wherever we may reside. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Please turn to page 586. Please rise and for the Olenu. Yeah, we do. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. Please be seated. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. And this time we remember during this Shaloshim, which is the 30 days mourning after the death of an individual, Lori Friedman McDaniel, wife of Edward McDaniel, Susan Wilson Hilton, mother of Catherine Hilton, Rabbi Andrew Heckman, friends of the Temple Beth Shalom. And we also remember these yortzites on this day. Neil Tauber, great uncle of Jordan Rossner, Jacob Michael Hack, son of Cheryl and Richard Hack, Ann Salzberg, grandmother of Jesse Wader, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Edna Doherty Brown, mother of Linda Solomon, Waller W. Elliott Jr., father of Mary West, William Cooperman, father of Harriet Cooperman, Edwin Katz, father of Hal Katzman, Anna Mendel, grandmother of Robin Buchanan, Joseph Trister, grandfather of Jessica Switzman, Robert David Wish, husband of Sybil Wish and also father of Robin Schwartz, Rabbi Josiah Hersel Goldman, father of Karen Goldman, Geraldine Burstein, mother of Nancy Burstein. And if it's your custom to stand during Kaddish, or and we invite you to do so, and whatever your custom be, or if you care to join us in standing for those who say Kaddish for the 6 million for whom there's no one else to say Kaddish, please join us.
Page 598.
598, thank you. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
Yalma divrach yirutei yamlech malchutei l'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael ba'agola v'zman korim v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach li'olam l'omei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpahar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh V'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shemei kudusha, b'richu. Elam min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nemata, da'amiram v'yoma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, v'yaseh shalom, aleinu v'yakol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Please be seated. I don't really have any announcements for you here. Everything says please see your emails on the temple's website, so I'll leave it at that. Okay. We'll do in a moment. We're going to do Motzi and closing hymn, and I will tell you that although there's no one at Shabbat, there's little nosh outside on the table for all of you, and I left on the table. I hope you all will enjoy it. Okay. Motzi lechem in haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices join in song together as we say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Motzi lechem in haaretz. Amen. We will conclude on page 625 with Adon Olam, and Jerry's got a different version, 625. And this is a participatory one, so please participate and respond. I know this one because I grew up with this particular version as a boy, and it's very joyous, okay?
So I think Bob and I, having both grown up in the conservative tradition, it was very common for the Shabbat service to end on Adon Olam. And when we were putting together the service, I just had a lot of great memories of singing this song to finish the service. And those of you who know Adon Olam know there are lots of different ways of singing it. The one that I wanted to do today is the responsive one, where it starts with, I'll say Adon Olam, and you guys will say Adon Olam, Asher Malach, Asher Malach. So we sing the chorus responsively, and then the verses I'll sing separately. So let's give it a shot, and let's end on a fun note. Okay. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, V'hefsa Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'yacharei Kichlot HaKol, Levado Yemloch Nora Adon Olam, V'hu Haya, V'hu Hoveh, V'hu Yeh B'tifera Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, V'hefsa Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'hu Echad, V'yein Sheni, L'ham Shelo L'hachbira Adon Olam, B'li Reshit, B'li Tachlit, V'lo Ha'oz V'ha'misra Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, B'hefsa Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'hu Eli, V'chai Goali, V'tzur Chevli B'yetzara Adon Olam, V'hu Nisi, Umanosli, Menat Kosi B'yom Ikra Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, V'hefsa Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, B'yado, Afkid Ruchi, B'yet Tishan B'yaira Adon Olam, B'yim Ruchi, Geviyati, Adon Ali V'lo Ira Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, V'hefsa Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Jerry.
much.
Thank you for coming doing this.
Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. And grab something, take it home with some of your wife too.
Some, snacks?
I made biscotti and mondo, mondo bread is the same thing, so.
Yeah.
I mean, biscotti is the almond ones, and mondo bread is the chocolate chip ones. So take some,
I'm sure my wife will love it.
you know, take, should be some napkins after, go for it.
This was fun, Bob. If you ever want to do a service together again, just let me know.
Maybe next summer, I don't know, that's summer. It's good meeting you, we'll talk again, so I do not have a good voice, I told Mary Woods, I sing, but I sing to the heart, but not, the voice has never been, so. You're
The heart is what really matters anyway.
I know, but I know what I don't have, you know, I can pray, I know prayers,
Yeah.
it's not a problem.
It's great, it's a lot of fun. Should we close out?
Yeah, I think we should.
And what do we do with the collar?
I don't know, ice cookie should.
We bring it out and offer it up to people?
Put out on the table.
Put it out so people will eat it, right?